Today I am going to use all of my mini Fude brushes for the first time. My mini Sonia Keyaki set, like every single Keyaki brush that's been released. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. I feel like I'm stumbling over my tongue. Anyway, I've got a bunch of different brushes here. I've got some Fox brushes here. I think this is a Chikuhodo. I've got some, whatever that brand is, I forgot. Takeda, I think it might be. I've got some Sonia G mini eye brushes. Yeah, and then all of her little face ones. And I'm gonna try those out today. Okay, that was a lot of noise. Let's try this again. Today, I am going to create my face. Today, I'm going to use my, well, they're still brand new. I've been sitting on them for a while. I've had them in my collection for a long time now, maybe a year, up to a year, throughout the year, something like that. I don't even know. I did post a video when I had these. It was my Eyeshadow Lovers Fude haul or something like that. Anyway, I haven't used these brushes, and then I got all of the Keyaki brushes as they were released, and I've never used them. I didn't even use them when I traveled because I also took a large set with me, like my large synthetic brushes with me. And so, like, I haven't done a lot of traveling. I digress. Today's video, I'm using my mini Fude for the very first time to do my makeup. So let's get into it. Okay, this is the foundation brush. I'm not going to use a primer because I'm just sitting around at home today. I'm going to film a video after this. And so I'm just going to do my base makeup, and then I am about to film. You'll probably have seen this already go up before I do this chatty video. But I'm about to film my old versus new sultry. Like the showdown, the face off. We're gonna compare what the difference is between the old and the new. Okay, I'm using the W3 and a dash of the N4. So let me just start that one off first and then do this one a lot. Yeah, so I think I've got it figured out. I'm not gonna do, in one of my recent chatty videos, where I had kind of done like a Vlogmas announcement. I had said, oh, this is so soft. This feels so much softer than my giant one. I have two of those giant ones, but this one feels softer. Maybe it's because it's never been used. I'm not sure. But, oh, sorry if you hurt my stomach. It's still a little bit too early for me to have breakfast. Okay, yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I had mentioned in a recent video that I was like gonna do Vlogmas. And I am gonna still do a Vlogmas of sorts, but I'm not gonna do a new palette a day, like for 25 days, because like I already have a few things that I have lined up that I want to film. And it's going to be hard to, like, I can't do double uploads in December. That's just, hold on. Like, I can't do double uploads in December. It's just too much. Oh my gosh. Anyway, is this the Jumbo Worker? Yeah, I don't think this is meant for like concealer, so. The one thing that I ordered online because I waited until the last minute and I wasn't gonna buy the palette because I was trying not to, and because I'm not sure how, like I haven't had a good experience with this brand in the past, so I'm not really sure how I'm gonna feel about the formula. I really hope that I like it. I really do. If I don't, I'm probably gonna take it back, but because it was a lot of money. But anyway, So including the palette that is on its way to me, I currently have 65 unused palettes in my collection. Now, a good deal of them, like I would say maybe like 15 to 20, I have gotten within the last couple of months, like 3 to 4, maybe 3 months at the most. And before that, the rest have pretty much been sitting in my collection for a super long time, super long time. And so, yeah, and so I really want to like use them. And I feel like having, okay, get into the base. I feel like having makeup be so, how should I say this? So cutesy and specific to like various color stories and stuff like that. I feel like that has really contributed to a lack of I feel like that has really contributed to a lack of creativity amongst people. Because like before you had like, and what I mean by before is like 80s, 90s, probably not the 2000s. I feel like by the time 2000s were around, that's probably like when Too Faced really started going and getting makeup, getting people really into like packaging and cutesy stuff. But like before that, you know, my mom was a makeup artist. So I have seen makeup up close and personal and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of it since literally the very early 80s when I could, you know, when I was new at walking and talking. So, like I've been into this for a long time and I've watched makeup grow and change and evolve over the years. And I feel like what the industry did was make people stop looking at makeup as a tool for creativity and more so as a collector's item and, you know, cutesy things that lure us in like animals or really beautiful, luxurious packaging or like super, super cutesy things like Too Faced, you know, not their raunchy stuff, but like their cute stuff. So anyway, I'm trying to not look at makeup packaging so much anymore, okay, at all. I'm trying to not let packaging make my buying choices. I am trying to base my purchases, I don't want to say solely on the item because that's going to be really hard for me, I think, but I am trying to work towards that as a goal. But like for the next extended period of time, my goal is going to be to just buy based on the merit of the item alone and not so much, you know, I mean, I do want to have nice, durable, beautiful packaging, but like, I'm not going to let that be why I'm buying something. And I'm also not going to be doing the collector's mentality anymore. And I feel like the first step, the first 2 steps that I've already taken towards that before I officially like am announcing it out to the world. Because it is something that I've been working on kind of slowly within myself over the last year or so. And I might have mentioned it here or there, like either in my Instagram or here in a video, like just kind of sprinkled throughout. But what I'm saying is that I skipped like half of the Pat McGrath last 2 collections that have released. And before, I would have purchased all of them, all the palettes, all the quints, just, you know, no questions asked. I would have just done that. And what I mean by before is just kind of like in the recent couple of years. Because before, I only bought 1 palette ever until it was completely, I was done with it. So a lot has changed over time, you know, and I feel like beauty YouTube has really contributed to that because before I wasn't watching beauty videos at all, like at all. And maybe like 1 or 2 a year. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm gonna allow for something like that because maybe like one would sneak into my feed and maybe I would see something, but like I wasn't a beauty YouTube watcher. Is what I'm saying. That wasn't like my genre. I used to be into like let me get this brush. I used to be like into the luxury bag community, and so like those were the videos that I was watching and stuff. Anyway, so my point is, back then I could literally fit all the makeup that I owned in one cosmetic pouch, including my eyeshadow. And that was all I had, you know. I didn't have a makeup storage. I didn't have a beauty room. I didn't have like an overwhelming amount of makeup everywhere. And I certainly, my dog is doing something crazy over there. Are you okay, baby? What are you doing over there? You smelling stuff? Oh, you smelling old people's things? You like your old boys? Okay, go lie down. What was I saying? He distracted me. And I certainly didn't have like a wish list of beauty products. I didn't have FOMO. I certainly didn't have a never-ending supply of money going out the door towards makeup, all these things. And so my point is, I really feel like, let me get my lip on. I really feel like this next year, I'm going to be doing a low buy. Pretty much a no buy. And let me do my lips and I'm going to tell you the gist of it. Okay, sorry. Pretty much going to be doing a no buy. I am going to do a little bit of more of like a low buy, like I have rules. Okay, so the only thing that I'm planning to buy, is this the warm one? The only thing I'm planning to buy is replacements. Okay, and I'm not going to buy, you know, I'm not going to buy like a different shade of foundation. If I do get darker, I'm just going to bronze up type of thing. Maybe, well, maybe not, but maybe I will allow for like my different shade of foundation. You know, I do kind of consider that like a replacement because I'm replacing my previous darker shade from the previous portion of that year. I'm rambling. My point is, I'm only going to focus on allowing myself to buy replacements, and I have to use up everything that I have in my arsenal before I can buy a replacement, such as when I run out of my most favorite concealer, I'm going to need to use up my other concealers, okay? And same with mascaras, okay? I did say early this year that this was going to be the year of mascara for me. I was going to test all the mascaras that I wanted to, and so I have been doing that, and it was deliberate and intentional, and I've been, you know, pretty careful about what it is that I'm buying, so to speak. So, like, I don't have a problem with that. But this next year, I'm not going to be doing it that same way. What am I about to use for my bronzer? I am also, though, for my low buy, I am also going to allow myself one palette purchase per month. Okay, but that's only if I want one. Because still, that's 12 palettes in a year. That's a lot, okay? I'm trying to work myself down back into a more minimalist collection. I really miss the simplicity of it. And yeah, so in 2024, I'm going to focus a lot more on using what I have. I am going to still do new palettes. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not going to be doing like all the new palettes. Not that I was doing all the new palettes anyways, but I was doing all the new palettes that I wanted, you know, which is kind of a lot. And like it was a lot. Where did I just put that brush? That doesn't belong here with my food aid. Anyhow, yeah, so like I'm going to work through the new palettes that I currently own, but I'm not really going to be buying any new palettes. I mean, like maybe one a month if one is really, really calling to me. That's the goal. That's the plan. So we'll see how that turns out. And yeah, I really just want to focus more on using what I have and stretching my creative muscle, like to get more use from what I have in new and fun ways, like from one use to the next. So That's what I'm thinking. That's what you can expect on my channel next year. Let me do my brows and then we'll continue on. And other ways that I plan to use my collection more and more, like I mentioned before, is I do plan on doing like a palette bingo. I feel like that would be a lot of fun. And that too will help me like use shades together that I wouldn't normally pair together and come up with like really weird, not weird, creative, colorful looks, hopefully. And I apologize if you see this like stuff here that apparently isn't gonna dry up. I was about to start filming, and just before I did my base, this squirted at me instead of into my hand. So that wasn't fun. And I thought it was gonna go away, but whatever. I'm just hanging out at home. I'm about to film that video, and so yeah, it's no big deal. But I'm ready to get started with that other video. So I also plan on doing like multiple looks, one palette, going through some of like my more popular palettes, the ones that are like maybe currently trending. So that'll be another way for me to get some good use out of my palettes and inspire you to do the same. So those are the plans that I have for my channel in 2024. And not just that, probably a whole lot more that I haven't even sat down to think about just yet, but I'm really looking forward to the next year of being on my channel here with you and just seeing the kind of looks that, you know, just seeing the kind of looks that we can create with our palettes and sharing our thoughts about makeup along the way together. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next year of just really getting into my collection a lot more and stretching my creative muscle and hoping to inspire you to shop your stash more often instead of buying all the new just because it's in a cute package. You know what I mean? Like, if I want to see the artwork of like Scooby-Doo, for example, how about I just like get a Scooby-Doo postcard and stick it on my freaking wall for like $3 or $4 and skip the palettes and just create my own Scooby-Doo inspired color stories based off of the palettes I already have. So that's the kind of thing, and Scooby-Doo was just an example because it has been done by so many brands so many times, and it's like something that I love that I was really like wanting to buy, but because the brands that were releasing the Scooby-Doo palettes weren't doing all eyeshadows, this like Lamplight that does a lot of pressed pigment, and those usually irritate my eyes. I tend to have really sensitive eyes, and so I only use palettes that are legally labeled eyeshadow palettes. You know, thank you FDA for that. I appreciate that. That's one thing they get right. Anyway, so yeah, and if you also have any ideas of things that you would, if you also have any ideas of series that you might like for me to incorporate throughout the year next year, be sure to comment down below and share your ideas with me, because even though I am a little slow to follow up with some of the ideas sometimes, I do jot them down and I have a whole notebook of my like stuff. It's just, sometimes it's hard to get out of my head to film certain things as opposed to others. Okay, so anyway, that's all I've got to say today. I hope that you're having a great day or night wherever you are in the world. I hope that you are staying safe, and I hope that, yeah, I hope that you remain full of hope, okay? Because without hope, it's really hard to push forward. I can attest to that from personal experience. Oh, my stomach just growled. I think that's a sign that I need to get moving on. But anyhow, yeah, so thank you so much for watching my video and hanging out with me. If you made it this far, you're really awesome. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for being one of my true blue. And yeah, so that's gonna do it for today's video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to click the if you enjoyed, please be sure to click the like button. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.